If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. This is one of the most famous quotes in science, spoken by Sir Isaac Newton. But who was Newton? Was he just the man with the apple on his head? Or the genius who unlocked the secrets of the universe? Today, let's discover the true story of Sir Isaac Newton, the man who changed science forever. Isaac Newton was born in 1643 in Woolsthorpe, England. He was a tiny, premature baby, who wasn't expected to survive. But he did. As a child, he was quiet, curious, and loved to build things like windmills, sundials, and even small mechanical toys. When he grew older, he studied at Trinity College, Cambridge. But in 1665, disaster struck. The plague forced the university to close, and Newton had to return home. What happened next would later be called Newton's Year of Wonders. We've all heard the story. Newton was sitting under a tree, an apple fell on his head, and suddenly, gravity was discovered. Fun story, but not true. The apple never hit Newton's head. What really happened is this: Newton later told his friend William Stukeley that one day, he saw an apple fall straight to the ground. And that simple sight made him wonder, why do apples always fall downwards? Why not sideways or upwards? Then came the genius thought, could the same invisible force pulling the apple down also be pulling the moon, keeping it in orbit? That moment of curiosity gave birth to Newton's greatest idea, the law of universal gravitation. While at home, Newton didn't just think about apples. In just 2 years, he made discoveries that would transform science forever. He developed calculus, a new branch of mathematics. He studied optics, proving that white light is actually made up of many colors. And of course, he laid the foundations of gravity and motion. Imagine, most people spend their lives making one big discovery. Newton made 3. All before the age of 25. In 1687, Newton published his greatest work, Philosophiae Naturalis Principia Mathematica, or simply, the Principia. Inside it, he described the 3 laws of motion. An object will stay at rest or keep moving in a straight line unless a force acts on it. Force equals mass times acceleration. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. These laws became the foundation of classical physics. From rockets launching into space to cars driving on roads, Newton's laws are everywhere. The Principia also introduced the law of universal gravitation. Every object in the universe attracts every other object with a force depending on their masses and the distance between them. This single idea united the heavens and the earth, showing that the same force that makes apples fall also keeps planets in orbit. Newton wasn't just a scientist. He became Warden of the Royal Mint, where he reformed England's money system and fought against counterfeiters. He was knighted by Queen Anne in 1705, becoming Sir Isaac Newton. Later, he was elected President of the Royal Society, the most important scientific body in Britain. But Newton wasn't perfect. He was secretive, sometimes harsh, and often had bitter rivalries, especially with Robert Hooke and Gottfried Leibniz over calculus. Yet, despite these clashes, his work stood the test of time. Newton died in 1727, at the age of 84, and was buried in Westminster Abbey, a rare honor. His discoveries laid the foundation for modern science. Even today, centuries later, we still teach and use his laws. Newton didn't just explain how the world works. He gave us the language of the universe, mathematics and physics. And it all began with the curiosity to ask why an apple falls. The truth is, Newton didn't just see an apple. He saw the universe. For more such interesting and informative videos, subscribe our channel.